All right, so before we get started, what do I say? All right, so before we get started with our supplement vlog, I would like to make a disclaimer that Ryan and I are both nurse practitioners, family nurse practitioners, and all of the supplements that I have been put on have been based off of lab work, and this is not necessarily what we would recommend for any of you watching. We do always recommend that you consult with your primary care provider before starting any new supplements or adjusting any of your medications, things like that. If you are interested, we do offer a wellness program at our office where we can offer you lab work in-house and then better guidance on what treatment plan would be best for you as our patient. I hate getting my blood drawn, but actually I don't hate this as much as I hate shots.
Well, your veins are good now.
Yeah, bitch. Fucking vascular. Ooh, this is a juicy one. So I check my labs like every, what would you say, 3 months? So last year I was actually diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. And I got a call from my primary care provider, and she was like, you remember that? We were here. I got a call, and she was like, I have hypothyroidism. And she was like, you have Hashimotos. You're actually in crisis. I need you to take like 3 to 4 weeks off of work.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is the phone call I get while I'm in the middle of a Friday working.
Yeah, she freaked out.
Freaked the fuck out. I'm gonna need you to take time off of work because it's serious, and this explains why you don't feel well. This is a year ago. And he was like, and I remember he like blew me off like it was no big deal, and then he saw my labs and he was like, oh wait, okay, this is serious. So you can go ahead.
This side?
I don't know, this side.
Let's look at this side.
So Ryan basically took over my primary care. We did a lot of like holistic options, supplements that I'm going to go over later on today, and started checking my labs every 4 months, and then slowly but surely we've basically reversed my autoimmune.
The last one was what?
39.
Yeah, from 109 to 39.
It was 139.
No, it was 100.
Over 100.
Like
whatever, my thyroid antibodies were over 100, which is not good. So, like, it makes sense, like, why I've always struggled with weight and things like that. You know, it's just always been a struggle for me. But it's because my thyroid's always been a problem. But I never knew. So now, luckily, we have this available to us. And he checks my labs every 4 months, so I'm due. And we just make sure everything's okay and stabilized. And, yeah, so.
You ready, baby?
No. Don't take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. I'm curious to see what your numbers are now.
What? Oh, because of my weight being so low.
With your antibodies specifically.
Yeah.
I'm sure when you were heavier, more inflammation, we really got that down.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So it's been 4 months since you did your labs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were good last time.
We do it every time we insert new pellets.
Got it.
Just to make sure we're where she needs to be for her overall health and for her prep.
Yeah, that's a big thing. We want to make sure that I'm okay, you know, with my calorie deficit and like things like that. We just want to make sure everything's good. I've talked a lot about all the supplements I'm taking. Here they are for you to see. I'm not lying. I take a lot of supplements. But my blood work was beautiful.
Very good, yes.
This past week, we got my blood work back, and it was really good. So the fact that I'm in such a calorie deficit and I'm putting so much stress on my body, but yet my lab work is really nice, this is why. So I'm supplementing with my micronutrients, and we are going to try to break it down as best as we can. I have my beautiful husband, Ryan, here to help me because I'm not good at explaining all of them, most of them, but I needed his help. So I figured we'd bring him along.
Let's do it.
So what I do first thing in the morning, what Ryan does first thing in the morning, he mixes my shaker bottle for me, has it ready for me when I come downstairs. So the first thing that I take are First Phorm's creatine and L-Carnitine. Now the L-Carnitine I do sometimes take twice a day, especially now that I'm cutting and I'm prepping for my show. It is a natural fat burner. The ingredients in it are super clean. You guys know I love this company. The creatine we just switched to actually from First Phorm. I was using some Biote, yes. Mm-hmm. Biote's creatine was great, but I read a lot about how creatine can bloat women. It's like the number one rumor out there. So if there's anything that I can do to avoid bloating, I'm gonna do it. A lot of women gave reviews about how the creatine from First Phorm did not bloat them. So I was like, I don't know if I'm bloating or not, but I'm gonna switch. So I switched, and he didn't like it at first, but now you like this. You're happy with this creatine.
Yeah, I just don't think there's that big of a difference, but she wanted to try it, we tried it.
So far, I'm happy.
Yeah.
So, all right, next thing that we do while we're working out are our EAA's essential amino acids. So this helps a lot with recovery. It's all of your amino acids that you need basically to help with the tear of your muscles, repair of your muscles. How do I explain this properly?
These are essential amino acids, so we don't produce them in our body. We need to consume them. So if you're eating enough protein and things, most likely you're getting enough. But she's on a low
I'm not getting enough.
She's definitely not getting enough, so we're supplementing with the EAAs.
Yeah, and we've tried every flavor. They're all really good, but the pineapple, orange, banana, oh my God. I get excited to have my EAAs while I'm working out. You also can, on your rest days, put a scoop of this in your gallon jug and drink it throughout the day. If you don't want to, if you're not drinking it during your workout. You can. No, okay, wait. Argument of the Phillips household. Tell me how you interpret these directions. As a dietary supplement, mix 1 scoop in 8 ounces of water and drink pre-workout, intra-workout, or throughout the day when adequate protein sources are unavailable. How would you interpret that? How many scoops can you get? Don't say a word.
1.
1 for the whole day, correct? This dude.
It says throughout the day.
He's thinking you can have a scoop before your workout, intra-workout, and throughout the day. 3 scoops.
I never said pre-workout.
It says pre-workout.
No. I do
Dude,
intra-workout,
we argued
but
about
you
this.
can have it another time of day. Move on.
You cannot have it twice a day. It's 1 scoop a day.
You can have 2.
Anyways, so that's what we drink during our workout. So out of habit, it's just what I do after my workout. I come inside and I immediately mix my reds and greens from First Phorm. So this is a staple to my diet. I have a lot of digestive issues. I've had digestive issues over the years. I actually, we'll get into this in another video, but I used to abuse laxatives as like a form of purging after I would binge eat. Fucked up my digestion. So I have found this product that has helped me a lot. So reds and greens mixed together tastes phenomenal. Separate, not the greatest, but so right now I'm not technically allowed to have the reds because I am cutting carbs, I am cutting calories, and there is a little bit of carbs, there's a little bit of calories, so I kind of have to cut where I can. So right now I'm only drinking the greens. However, normal lifestyle, I drink both every single day. 2 scoops of each in about 8 ounces of water, and it's so good. Oh my God, I miss the reds.
She does it mostly for digestive health, which is great. There's probiotics in there as well. Mm-hmm. But if you're someone that doesn't consume enough berries, fruit, vegetables, green vegetables in particular, then this is a great supplement to supplement for that.
Great product. Love this product. All right, now let's talk about protein. So usually after workout, I'll try to get a protein shake in. Ryan usually does the same with breakfast. My food is very specifically scheduled out right now. So sometimes I'll do a shake after my workout. Sometimes I have to just go straight to breakfast because I am eating 2.5 hours on the dot. So it just depends on my day. But these are the 3 proteins that we go to. So First Phorm, of course, great protein. We use the flavors, yeah. But I feel like they're always sold out.
Some of them are sold out.
Oh my God. I went to go buy one the other day just because I really wanted to taste test it, and it was sold out. And another one sold out. So that's the only downside of Formula One from First Phorm is that it is usually sold out. People tell me that the whey isolate, that they have issues with like stomach issues with bloating and stuff from different companies. I've had that issue in the past. Yes, very sensitive digestion. I've never had that issue with these 3 companies. So just want to put that out there. If you have, issues with whey protein and you're sensitive to it, try out buy a smaller container of it. Body Tech has actually like little 1 scoop packets at Vitamin Shop. That's really cool. Different flavors you can try. So recently I started using Body Tech because the calories are lower and the carbs are lower. So it helps me, especially on like my lower carb days. On my higher carb days though, I'll go more towards Dymatize. Have I been saying that wrong this whole time?
What did you say?
Dynamize.
Yeah.
Dymatize.
Dymatize.
Dymatize. So I've been saying that wrong in every video. Sorry, Dymatize.
It's all right. It's close enough.
They get it. Yeah. So flavors are fire. Body Tech flavors are fire. Something that we do occasionally is we'll go buy a bunch of flavors of proteins because we're such losers these days. We can't go out and drink. We can't go to dinner. So what we'll do is we'll go out and buy a bunch of different protein flavors that we haven't tasted before, and we'll make like protein pancakes or just shakes, and we'll have a bunch of different flavors and just try them all. Super wasteful.
Yeah.
Very wasteful. Do not recommend during inflation right now, but
it used to be bourbon and now it's
it used to be bourbon tasting, and now we've converted to protein, so it's definitely a more healthy option. But these are the 3 proteins that we like to go to brand wise. Flavors, we mix and match a bunch of them, but literally if you go in our pantry, we have probably 10 different flavors for each company. So those are our protein go-tos. So
let's go for it.
Oral supplements.
Let's just
We're just gonna go down the line.
Yeah.
All right. And why I take them? How many times a day I take them? So, some of these I do take normally every day, on prep, off prep, doesn't matter. And then some of these I'm only taking specifically for prep. So I will specify which are for which. Right. Okay. Zinc and vitamin C I'm taking to help with my immunity just because I am a little
vulnerable.
Yeah. Vulnerable in my weakened, frail state right now. Since I can't even. I dropped something at the office the other day right in front of him, and I was like, nope, that's staying on the floor. I'm not bending over to get that. But my coach actually has me on 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C to actually help with water retention as well. So I take 1 zinc, 50 milligrams. I take 2 of the vitamin C, which equals to 2,000 milligrams a day.
Vitamin C helps with repair and healing as well.
Yeah. All right. Next supplement I take this once a day. This is something that I'm only taking on prep. This is actually newer to my supplement regimen. Dandelion root. So I take 2 of these once a day. I take it with breakfast because I do try to take it earlier in the morning so I'm not peeing all night. But this helps with water retention, and it has helped me a lot. And then my coach just actually told me that she wants me to double up on it like around my cycle to help even more with water retention, since women are more likely to bloat when they are closer to their menstrual cycle. So dandelion root is a newer one that has been added to my...
Yeah, it's a natural diuretic.
Next thing I take that is newer to my prep, Adrenal Restore.
By First Phorm.
Another product that is not here because we're out and we threw the bottle away, but they're in my pill container. But
insert picture here.
Core 21 by First Phorm. So those 2 are really good for adrenal support. Core also helps with digestion at night. So I take the Core 3 pills 5 days a week, and I take off on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So that's...
And it helps with cortisol levels as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it pairs really well with Adrenal Restore, which is for cortisol support. I am in a little bit of adrenal fatigue since I am putting so much stress on my body. That can cause you to retain water. When your adrenals are off, it puts everything out of whack in your body. And a lot of people don't even realize when their adrenal levels are out of whack, and it could be related to stressful situations in your life. It could be related to your diet. It could be related to nutrition. It could be related to a lot of things.
Illness.
Yeah. So once I started this, it was weird. I actually started feeling better. It's very weird. I don't know if it's all psychological. All of this could be psychosomatic, but I did feel better. So I have been taking this religiously since being on prep.
You want me to talk about it?
Methyl factor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Please.
methyl factor, basically is all like B complex vitamins. It's got B6, folate, B12. Methylation is an important process that happens between cells in the body. So making sure we are what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. I can't say any of this shit.
Efficient in these vitamins to help that process occur. It's good for brain health, heart health, energy, DNA production. So it's very important. Often gets overlooked, but it's simple B vitamins just to maintain those levels.
I'm gonna let him explain this.
So-
I literally called you down the hallway.
Yeah.
I called him down the hallway at the office yesterday, and I was like, "Excuse me, sir, can you explain why I take these?" And I had a patient standing there, and the patient's like, "I'll just buy it. I'll buy it. I'll take it." And I'm like, "No. I want him to explain it to you because I want to hear this."
So these two products, the Senolytic complex and NMN complex, cells are changing in our body. And when those damaged cells accumulate, they're called senescent cells. So, or they call them zombie cells. They're basically just dead cells that are just taking up space, and they can clump up together. It can turn to cancer. It can disrupt many different things that happen in the body. So this basically cleans up those zombie cells. So for longevity and a bunch of other things. And then NMN is a precursor to NAD. NAD's being marketed big right now. It comes down to longevity again, and with our genetics, it helps to helps with DNA repair, energy levels. It basically is the guy behind the scenes controlling a lot of your gene expressions, and we want that running efficiently, so that's why we take NMN, just to restore those levels that decline with age.
Basically, we want to live forever.
Yes, these are just to make us live longer.
But healthy. That's the thing, is that we don't want to live like in a fucking nursing home, or being that typical American that's in and out of hospital visits, when they're like 65 and older. And it's like, like somebody that we said had a loved one that passed away, and Ryan was like, "Oh, did they have any, like, I think they died from COVID." And we were like, "Oh, did they have like any comorbidities or any like health history?" And they were like, "Oh, the usual stuff, what did they say? Like metabolic syndrome and all these different things." And we were like,
people are
that's not
normalizing
normal.
metabolic syndrome
No. Yeah.
and stuff, and that's not normal.
Yeah.
Diabetes, that leads to diabetes and
High cholesterol. Like, I ask
High
patients,
blood
like, "Oh, are you
pressure,
on any
heart
medications?"
disease.
Like, "Oh yeah, just a blood pressure med and a statin for my cholesterol." Like, they say it like so nonchalant, like it's cool, like
So
it's
common.
normal.
That's
Yeah.
why
And it's like,
so bad.
what? Okay, let's work on getting you off of those.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what can we do to get you off of those? So our goal is not only to live longer, but healthier. So
And then medicine these days are more about, fixing a problem.
putting a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, putting a Band-Aid on a problem.
Yeah.
How do you fix it? But nothing's really taught about prevention, and that's kind of what
Right.
these are all meant for, prevention. And that's what we, preach at our office as well.
Yeah. Going into 80K5. So I actually started this. I'm going to let you take over because I don't know how to explain perfectly. But I know why I started taking this. I started taking this because my vitamin D was super low.
Yes.
Super low when we did my labs a year ago.
Mhm.
And you actually had me on 80K10, which was a higher dose.
Mhm.
And then you probably like 6 months ago dropped me to 80K5.
Yes. So when we first checked your vitamin D, it was under 30, which is really low.
Yes.
So we start with a 10. We do a 3-month blast of it, if you say, as you say.
And you made me take a vitamin D shot.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Yeah. So we wanted a quick way to do it, so we did a vitamin D shot, ADK10 for 3 months, and then we dropped down to 5 to maintain it. These are fat-soluble vitamins. That's why they pair well together. A is important for health. There's some possible cancer prevention with vitamin A. It's good for eye health, so that's a big one. And then D, everybody's low in D3. It's very
Which is
tough.
ironic in Florida.
Well, it's very tough to get it from the sun. The body treats it more like a hormone than a vitamin.
I don't think I've ever seen a patient's lab work come back with a good
No,
vitamin D.
it's rare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's vitamin D receptors throughout the body. It's, hormone metabolism.
Optimization?
No, balancing.
Balance.
There we go. And then K is very important, especially
way
for
off.
women. I always try to, get my female patients to take this as well, because when you start going through menopause, you're at risk of osteoporosis, and, low bone density. So vitamin K actually takes your circulating calcium and kind of directs it back to the bone.
All right, probiotics. I know why I take this.
That's your category.
Yeah. I got a bad gut. So I did it to myself. Totally abused my gut growing up. And but probiotics definitely help with digestion, digestion support, helps to coat the intestines.
Well,
How do I say that?
So your microbiome, which is the bacteria that lines your...
He says things so much smarter. Whatever.
It's your microbiome, your gut microbiome. It's like bacteria lining your whole entire gut. And with yo-yo dieting or poor food choices or whatever it may be, you disrupt that flora, that bacterial flora, and this kind of helps to get it back in order.
To repair it.
Yeah.
DIM. Just give it to you.
DIM is a big one. Steph is on hormone therapy. I'm on hormone therapy as well, and this is a requirement.
So we're going to do a whole separate video on my hormone therapy, actually why I'm on it, when I started. We're actually going to put the video on YouTube of my procedure, and then kind of talk about how it's changed my life over the last year. But being on hormone therapy does come with a couple of obligations, which this is one of them. DIM is something that I have to take every day.
Yeah, women take 1 a day, men take 2 a day. Even if you're not on hormones, it's a great supplement to take. It's natural. It comes from cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower. You would have to eat hundreds of pounds to get the benefits of this from directly eating the source of food.
Next one, ALA. This is a new one that I'm taking that my coach actually put me on. It's for antioxidant support. It's also for energy. So I need all the energy I can get right now. So just started taking this. I do take one twice a day because these are all put into my little pill container, so I don't have to remember this. I know I have it over there. So that's how I remember. Otherwise, I have to read the bottle every time I go to grab it. So that's why I organize it. It's easier for me, and I don't forget.
Yeah.
Sure. So this is my, thank you. This is my afternoon pill container.
He laughed.
I have one upstairs. No, fuck him. He laughed at me for years for this shit. And he fucking has one. It's just now funnier because I have two. And it's you know what? Whatever. I don't even care.
They're scattered around the house.
I won't remember to take them unless I see oh, okay, I'm good. I took that already today. You know what I mean? Otherwise, who knows what the fuck I'd be taking. I'd be taking everything double, triple. Yeah. So I have to use these for myself. Saturday. Today's Saturday. I took my... I'm good.
Great.
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
So the only thing I have to take is my bedtime meds. So I put everything in here to organize, and then even when I pack my lunch for work, I have another container that I transfer them to take to work with me so I don't forget. So this is what I use. I highly recommend. Okay, this is mine.
Yeah.
This is a big one for me. So L-Theanine. I preach about L-Theanine. So I used to have really, really bad anxiety. I still occasionally will feel I feel anxious, but I have not had an anxiety attack in almost a year, or a panic attack in almost a year. I do also think that a big reason I have not had a panic attack is related to the pellet therapy, hormone therapy.
Definitely helps with anxiety.
I have been on L-Theanine for years. So it's an amino acid that is, it supports relaxation and anxiety, basically. It's a stress support on the body. So I take 200 milligrams twice a day. I take one in the morning, one at night. Some of my patients that are super, super anxious and they can't figure out what's going on, I will put them on 200 milligrams 2 in the morning, 2 at night. So 400 milligrams twice a day. It has changed lives. This works when it comes to anxiety. If you are an anxious person, you should be taking this morning and night. It will not make you sleepy. It just helps to balance out your stress level so that you don't feel anxious, and it does work. This is also, fun fact, a really good product for patients that grind their teeth at night. So patients that do grind their teeth at night, I'll put them on 400 just at bedtime if they're not like an anxious person. Okay. On nights that I do not take Core 21, so Core 21 is what I take at night to help me sleep. It also helps with my digestion, helps with my muscle repair, helps with my adrenal support. I take that Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I take Best Night's Sleep by Biote. It really is crazy that it only has 1 milligram of melatonin.
Yeah, it's low melatonin.
So it's a blend, but it only has
It's got
one.
L-Theanine in there.
It does have L-Theanine.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying a whole bunch of L-Theanine Saturday and Sunday, but it doesn't affect me in a
No, you
negative
can go
way.
high with L-Theanine.
Yeah, L-Theanine you can definitely increase. But it only has 1 milligram of melatonin. So if you are sensitive to melatonin, you're somebody that wakes up kind of groggy after taking like 5 or 10 milligrams, you will not feel that with this. But this is...
Yeah, it's all natural. It's chamomile,
Oh my God,
L-Theanine,
amazing.
magnolia bark, valerian root, which is good for anxiety, hops, and melatonin.
Yeah.
Very
Great
basic.
product.
Yeah.
Another thing that we take at night, we just added this on, and I love it. It's like my nighttime candy, is magnesium. I do have the powdered version by Phorm. It's the strawberry kiwi. I haven't tried any of their flavors, but I'm really excited to. But the strawberry kiwi tastes so good.
Mhm.
So that's what I take at night now as one of my regimens. I just mix it in water, and
Yep.
it tastes so good.
Yeah. I haven't tried it yet.
You haven't?
No,
What?
because I take the ZMAs.
Oh, we've had
Yeah.
this conversation like 3 times. Yeah.
This week.
I literally keep saying to him, why aren't you taking this? Because I'm taking ZMAs. Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Then like 2 days later, why haven't you tried this? Because I'm taking ZMAs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. This is the 3rd time this week.
It's okay.
It's all right. My brain is not working. Thyroid. We ready?
The ongoing battle.
The ongoing battle. So, I have struggled with thyroid issues. Did you know that my dad has
Your whole family has freaking thyroid issues.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I just found out my dad has thyroid issues. It's
Yeah.
rare with men.
Isn't
Yeah.
it? It's genetic.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's her whole. Literally, everyone in your family has a thyroid
my mom,
issue.
my dad, and
Which-
both my sisters. Yeah,
I don't have any thyroid issues in my family.
yeah, and you don't.
Yeah. just
Yeah.
Thyroid.
So, I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism when I was like 19, 20 years old. Very common. I feel like a lot of women are diagnosed with it.
Very
and
common with
it's-
women.
Yeah, it's just super common. So it was like, no big deal, whatever, start taking this. I have been up and down with my dosage, generic, brand, different
Synthroid,
yeah, levothyroxine, so many different things. And last year, I officially was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder related to my thyroid, Hashimotos disease. Now, at this time, we were moving into our new office,
Yeah, it was a lot
super
of stress,
stressful.
yeah.
My mom had a breast cancer scare. I remember exactly what was going on
Yeah.
in my life. And I was super stressed about that, trying not to show it. I tried to internalize a lot of things. And all of the stress actually caused the Hashimoto's to come to light, basically. Basically, you decided the next day you were taking over my primary care.
Yeah.
And you did. You know what I don't have? I didn't show? Curcumin.
Curcumin.
Curcumin. It's in my purse.
Yeah.
So Ryan decided to take over my primary care, decided to switch up my medications, decided to put me on all of these meds.
Yeah.
All of
That's
these
when we
supplements,
started all these
excuse me.
supplements, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, decided to put me on all of these supplements. We decided to do the bioidentical hormone replacement.
Yeah. We
And
try to eliminate inflammatory foods.
Yeah.
Most of it's due to inflammation in the body, so
Yeah.
we were trying to cut back on certain things that could potentially be causing the inflammation.
Yeah.
We started curcumin or turmeric. Both of those are very
anti-inflammatory.
exactly
Yeah.
natural anti-inflammatories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we started the bioidentical hormones a year ago. We started almost a year. We started curcumin. We changed my Synthroid dosage, and then we eliminated inflammatory foods from my diet.
Yeah.
So that was about a year ago, which was where my shift really started with my like wellness, my weight loss, things like that. Everything just kind of started.
A lot of that had to do with that too.
Everything started to like finally like fall into place. Like I would always struggle, and then once he tweaked these things, it was like my weight kind of like just fell off, like slowly but surely. But finally, it was moving, and I wasn't having to like kill myself or. So I tried. I'll never not have stress.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. So I tried to eliminate some stress, but that's not possible. I don't feel stressed. I never feel stressed.
Yeah.
I've adapted. I'm just.
But it's stress on your body. It might not be mentally. It could be physically.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Like even during this whole prep, like I literally said to you today in the bathroom, I was like upstairs. I was like, you know, my friend said today, like I feel like you're doing too much. Like you need more than one rest day. And I was like, but I don't even feel like I'm doing enough. Like it's weird. Like I feel like I could keep pushing, keep going. Like I never feel like that's it. I don't know. But we got my labs back yesterday, right?
Yeah, so what was your number when we first?
It was 139.
So her
it was 139.
It was 139?
Yeah.
All right, so her antibodies were 139.
My thyroid antibodies were 139, which basically was like my body was fighting against my thyroid.
Which is super high. We want it like under 9.
Yeah.
You know, so lower number, the better.
Yeah. So we've been checking my labs every like 3 to 4 months. I wanted to check it like every month because I was like, check it and see if it's going down. Check it and see if it's going down. And he's like, relax. We're going to check it every 3 months. So he did my labs this week because I'm due. And he was like, listen, you know, before your antibodies come back, I want you to keep in mind that they may be a little higher. And that's okay. Like, he's like fucking talking like he's my therapist.
Well, right now she's going through a lot of stress.
Yeah. So he's like talking me off a ledge before I get on the ledge. So he's like, I want you to know that it's maybe higher. And then he's sitting there and he's like, oh shit, your antibodies are 18.
18.
I know!
Yeah.
That was my face. I know. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm shocked. He's like, I literally thought that they were going to be the same or higher. Yeah. And they were 18. So I went from 139 a year ago, my primary care telling me I need to take a month off of work and I need to increase this, increase that on my meds, just prescription meds. And instead, we didn't do any of that. We instead changed my diet, added in natural supplements. That's all we did. Yeah. Added in natural supplements, kept my Synthroid the same.
Yeah.
And
you didn't
you didn't change it. And then we have like basically almost reversed my autoimmune disease. Yeah. So we're close. But now what?
Your T3 is really low.
Now
so
my T3
during this
low.
prep, we just checked her free T3 is lower than we want it.
Yeah.
So what that means is she's on Synthroid, but Synthroid is T4, and T4 has to be converted to T3, which is the active thyroid hormone.
So my body's not converting it very well right now because I'm a little stressed.
So,
but I didn't even care. Why you gotta rain on my parade?
Because that's all part of it. They need to know the truth.
Yeah, but I didn't even care about all that.
So now we're adding T3 on top of her Synthroid.
So I literally took a T3 medication right before we started filming. I am also taking a couple of injection supplements. So there are a few supplements that I do inject both daily and both sporadically throughout the week. I am going to do a totally separate video with my primary care provider and explaining how I give those injections to myself, why I'm giving those injections to myself, why Rye has put me on new things now that I'm prepping, and going to be totally transparent about that. So we're going to do a separate vlog about my injectable supplements and further explaining my bioidentical hormone replacement that I am on. So I hope we were able to break it down for you guys to better understand, because I get a lot of messages after vlogs like, wait, why are you taking that? Wait, should I be taking that? So I really hope that this was able to help you guys understand from also a patient standpoint of not 100% understanding things, but trusting your primary care provider, but also from a primary, a nurse practitioner who can better break things down for you scientifically on why they are important for the body. So, yeah.
And we're not doing it just blindly. We have labs to back it up.
Yeah.
So
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our supplement vlog on what I'm taking these days and why. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions throughout this video, I hope you wrote them down. Comment below. I will definitely answer them as quickly and to the best of my knowledge possible. But thank you so much, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this. So, cheat meal in 11 weeks. So your chef has to make the best burger he's ever made or she in their lives, okay? Please, Daniela.